We've rounded up some ridiculous and true vacation stories.
Let's talk about that. Good mythical morning.
Okay, it's summertime, which for a lot of us means vacation time. You know, growing up doing the whole family vacation thing. I got a little bit of that in the works.
I did that a couple of times.
But here's the thing. I mean, most vacations go off without a hitch, but I prefer.
I prefer also.
I prefer the vacations where.
Well, what do you prefer?
Something that goes really wrong that then I can come back and tell a great story about it. Like something that goes hilariously wrong. So what we've done is we've gathered up around the campfire of vacation stories, and we have some true ones, which are ridiculous and crazy.
Okay, let's go back to April 2010. Children.
I'm there.
And a woman and her daughter are trying to fly out of Liverpool.
Yes.
With the woman's 91-year-old husband.
Of course. Is this John Lennon Airport?
Yes.
Love that airport.
They wheel him in. He's an old guy, so he's in a wheelchair.
Yes.
He's got on sunglasses and he's slumped down a little bit. And the security guards notice he's dead.
Yeah.
The man that you're trying to fly with he's deceased. He's very cold. He's not moving. He's not responsive. You're having to hold him up, a la Weekend at Bernie's. Great movie, by the way. Little endorsement for Weekend at Bernie's.
I haven't seen it, but are you saying that his daughter was in on this?
Yeah, yes.
This was no surprise to them.
And they said, quote, "That's how he always sleeps."
Dead? He always dies when he's taking a nap?
So they were charged with failure to notify of a death or something like that. When somebody dies, you got to notify somebody. You can't just go on thinking that the guy can fly.
So they went on
plane.
They went on vacation with their dead grandfather?
They went on vacation. He died, and this is we got to get back home.
Ooh. So it costs more to.
Well, a lot of people think that they were trying to avoid the process of getting him back to his home country to be buried, but
he already had a ticket.
But it turns out that
we've already paid for the
and
ticket.
They still maintained he was just sleeping. He was dead.
Oh goodness! And what was that? What were they charged with?
Failure to notify of death.
Okay, I got another one. Dr. Gary Feldman, semi-retired Ventura, California physician. Semi-retired meaning like he goes in, he plays golf most of the time, but then he still treats people sometimes.
Right, still got a license.
He took a trip to Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, or Vietnam, I don't care how you say it. And he went to this terraced valley, right? And he goes to the edge to take a photo. And he gets to the edge to take his picture, and when you get to like a nice terrace cliff and you're poised with your camera, what is it that you want to do besides take a picture? That's right, kids, take a leak.
It's
like, I'm up here, feel a little breeze.
There's nothing like taking a leak off a cliff.
Everybody's behind me because I'm right here on the edge.
Yeah.
And he starts urinating off this cliff.
It's very satisfying, especially if there's water at the bottom.
Guess what happens? Nope, he doesn't fall. The cliff crumbles underneath him, and he falls. How far did he fall? 30 feet is all he fell. Yeah. He shattered his leg, and he hit another ledge 30 foot down that if he wouldn't have hit that ledge, he would have fallen 400 feet. So this second ledge 30 foot down that shattered his leg saved his life, and then 10 Vietnamese guys come down there to rescue the doctor.
And his pants are down, I'm assuming.
I know, that's what I'm thinking, you know?
At least partially. He's semi-retired and his pants are semi-down.
Let's cut to the photo. No. Let's not.
There is no photo?
There is no photo that we're gonna, I know. I didn't Google image search
That's why I never pee off cliffs in Ho Chi Minh City.
Right.
Okay, a woman and her daughter were vacationing in Florida. Lots of things go wrong in Florida, by the way.
We know this.
And they rent an SUV, a Nissan Rogue from Easy Rent-A-Car. A few days pass, and they look in the trunk. You know, you rent a car, and sometimes you don't look in the back. You're just like, we're just renting this thing. Turns out there's a bag in the back. They open it up. It's got...
it's the 91-year-old dude?
It has a 91-year-old man from... No. It has a semi-automatic rifle, like a really serious like machine gun type situation, just sitting in there. And immediately they contact Rent-A-Car, Easy Rent-A-Car. They take it back. Turns out this is the quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, Ryan Tannehill. His wife had rented the car, and he had left his rifle in the back.
I have a lot of questions, but I'm not gonna ask any of them. I do have another story.
Okay.
2007, a man named Aaron Dallas went to Belize on a mountain biking adventure. He comes back home with some sores on his head.
Yeah.
Goes to the doctor and they're like, well, you got some bug bites, or so another doctor said it was the shingles. But then he's like chilling out with the shingles.
I see what's coming.
And he can hear the blood coursing through his head.
That's unusual.
And then he's like, someone looks and it's like, dude, your scalp is moving. Actually moving. And I can move my scalp a little bit.
I doubt it looked like that.
It didn't look like that.
It probably wasn't the whole wig moving.
He had...
You're wearing a wig. Tell the people. It's time that you came clean.
Right, He had botfly larvae living in his head. These things, you've heard of these things. They incubate in there,
Discovery Channel.
and then they bust out like alien.
Yeah.
But not out of the chest, out of the head. But the botflies were removed before they could mature, and the man is
really?
fine.
Oh, that's kind of a bummer. I would have liked to see him come out.
Can you believe it?
That's good. Okay, Continental flight from Continental is an airline from Amsterdam to Newark, summer 2007. They take off and they notice that it's not smelling too hot inside of the cabin, and they're like, well, I think something's wrong with the toilets, and so they make an emergency pit stop in Ireland. Turns out this is an overnight pit stop to rectify the problem. They get going the next day. Well, they start to smell some fumes from the bathroom again, and then passengers begin to notice that human feces and toilet paper and the stuff that goes into toilets on a plane is seeping down the aisle.
Oh.
These people are on a 6-hour flight with just the stuff from the sewage that had backed up into the plane, and one man says, I was forced to sit next to human excrement for 7 hours.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Here's the footnote. Continental reimbursed them with a drink voucher for their next flight.
Because they were so thirsty.
Pretty good deal.
Hey man, I'm thirsty. That was it.
I'd be willing to sit next to feces for 7 hours for a good drink.
They should have given him a meal ticket, and my joke would have worked better. I'm hungry. But they, I don't think that was...
They also told them to watch what you eat so you don't contribute to the problem.
Okay, now we could ask you in the comments to tell us your favorite vacation mishap stories, because the thing is we all have those, but we're not gonna ask you to do that. We're gonna do something more fun and a little bit more involved.
We're going a number of steps further than that. We've teamed up with Choice Hotels to create VacayGoneCrayCray.com. This is a website that you can go to, submit your crazy vacation stories, no matter what happened, if it was funny, if it was gross, if something went wrong, anything that makes a great story. You go over there, you submit your story.
All you gotta do is type it and then enter in a picture. You don't have to do a video or anything like that, so it's really easy. And then we are going to read all of your stories. We're gonna pick our favorite ones, and in upcoming episodes of Good Mythical Morning, we are going to dramatically and I guess comedically, hopefully, reenact our favorite stories, okay? And also, when you submit your story, you're automatically entered for a chance to win a vacation redo.
Up to $10,000. So that vacation that went wrong, you can make it go right. Only one winner will get that, but just by submitting your story, you enter into that. So VacayGoneCrayCray.com, courtesy of Choice Hotels. Thanks for liking and commenting on this episode.
You know what time it is.
I'm Jasmine. I'm Sierra. We're from Texas, and it's time to spin the wheel of mythicality.
All right, remember to submit your vacation story at VacayGoneCrayCray.com. We're going to reenact our favorites on GMM, and you could win a vacation redo up to $10,000.
Click through to Good Mythical More, where we will tell you about an interesting camping excursion that we went on.
Two old ladies.
What do you want to do? I want to go on. I would like to vacation with you.
Oh, yes, we should do a cruise.
Can my husband go? He's dead. Don't tell him. Just I need these.
Why do you want to take your dead guy on a cruise, Betty?
Because I don't want to notify anyone that he's been dead because, well...
You killed him?
I just don't want to deal with the logistics of all that.
Well, he's gonna start smelling.
I don't care. I'm intimidated by the authorities and having to do paperwork. But stinking body, that's not a problem. I've done that all my life.
You don't have to involve the authorities. Just call the funeral house.
It costs money, Betty. Or my Betty. We're both Betty. I forget that sometimes.
And I was like, Shepherd, don't. I like turn around, I'm like, breathe through your nose. Just and then
And like you're slamming on brakes, and I'm like, don't throw up. Like hold it in your mouth.